Bharat this week, where India's rise is not just reported, it's decoded. I'm Laura Anika, and here's what shaped the nation this week: bold diplomacy, security crackdowns, political clashes, and a call for caution. Operation Sindoor goes global. India isn't just reacting to terror anymore, it's rallying the world against it. Under Operation Sindoor, India has launched a massive diplomatic outreach, sending 7 all-party delegations to 32 countries, from the Gulf to Europe, Latin America to Southeast Asia. These teams, featuring leaders from BJP, Congress, DMK, NCP, Shiv Sena, and more, are carrying a clear message. Terrorism is not a bilateral issue, it's a global threat. This is diplomacy with spine, and India is leading from the front. Meanwhile, a major espionage ring has been dismantled. 14 individuals have been arrested across North India for illegally leaking sensitive data to Pakistani handlers. The NIA and Intelligence Bureau are interrogating the suspects, and early reports suggest links to strategic infrastructure. India's message is loud and clear: you spy for the enemy and you face zero tolerance. India to US diplomatic clarity. New Delhi has drawn a firm red line. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has rejected US mediation in talks with Pakistan. His words: India doesn't outsource its red lines. The message: terror and talks cannot coexist. India will engage, but on its terms, not Washington's. A major political flashpoint is headed to the Supreme Court. Tamil Nadu has accused the centre of blocking 2,151 crore in education funds because the state refused to implement the 3-language formula. Under the National Education Policy, this is no longer just about classroom. It's about federal balance and linguistic autonomy. Now, from Tamil Nadu to Kerala, oil spill risk. An ecological scare of the Kochi coast. A Liberian flagged ship carrying hazardous cargo capsized, raising fears of an oil spill. While all 24 crew members were rescued thanks to swift action by the Indian Navy, the coastline remains under alert. One breach in containment and we could be facing a marine disaster. COVID-19 uptick. COVID-19 hasn't vanished, and it's showing signs of returning. Between May 12th and May 19th, several states have been mild increased. Kerala 69 plus, Maharashtra 44 plus, Tamil Nadu 34 plus, Karnataka 8 plus, Gujarat 6 plus, Delhi 3 plus. Total active cases just 257. Health officials say the cases are mild and manageable. States have issued advisories, not alarms. The message: stay aware, not afraid. Hospitals are prepping, stockpiles are ready, and vaccines are available. So let's not confuse headlines with hysteria. COVID isn't back, but caution should never have left. India bids farewell to one of its nuclear pioneers, Dr. M.R. Srinivasan, former Atomic Energy Commission chairman and Padma Vibhushan awardee, has passed away at 95. He was instrumental in shaping India's nuclear independence, a visionary, a patriot, and a pillar of India's scientific journey. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated 103 redeveloped railway stations under the Amrit Bharat scheme this week. This is more than convenience. This is nation building on tracks. A powerful thunderstorm lashed Delhi NCR on May 25th. Wind speeds touched 82 kilometers per hour, grounding 49 flights and snapping power lines. Urban infrastructure was tested again. From global diplomacy to local resilience, this week showed us one thing: India is not just responding to challenges, it's defining how a nation should rise, with clarity, courage, and conviction. Which headline stood out for you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because the new Bharat moves fast. And here, you never fall behind. Until next time, stay sharp, stay aware. This is Bharat This Week.